Hello, assalamu alaikum, everybody. Hope you're all safe, sound, and healthy. And it's technically the new year, and the first month is already breezing through. Today is the 10th, so you can imagine. Well, why didn't I do a special podcast like how everybody seems to be wanting to do on a new year and this and that? Okay, blah de blah. Sorry. But first of all, never understood the new year thingy. Okay, to me, it's just another day of another month. Yeah, the new year, mathematically, logically, practically speaking, it's marking the end of a year and on to a new year. But I really don't get why people always have to, say, "Oh, happy new year." I mean, why do we need to wish each other a new year, especially nowadays, these past few years? Because, okay, first of all, originally, as I said, I never even caved into this whole New Year hype. But then, recently it's even more disturbing or concerning because why would you wish somebody a happy new year and congratulate them on that when you know that number one, there's nothing new about the new year, and number two, that it's only going to get worse? Come on, let's just face it. Every year has been worse than the previous year. Just, I challenge you. Tell me it hasn't been. you know well, I mean, those of you who are all about your own lives and you don't give a hoot about what the hell's going on around you. Yeah, for you maybe, but generally, if you have your eyes and ears and your brain open, life's gotten worse every year. The quality of life, your standard of life has gotten worse every year. We're getting more and more backward. We're regressing as a society. We're regressing financially, we're regressing morally, we're regressing religiously, we're regressing socially, we're regressing in values, we are regressing as a civilization. Okay, we are literally regressing in every single aspect and respect. Okay, so yeah, what new year? Why the wishes? Why the congratulations? Oh yeah, did anything change in Palestine? Did anything change in Pakistan? Did anything change in Syria? Did anything change in Kashmir, occupied Kashmir in India? Did anything change anywhere in the whole damn world? Except that it's just going, it's getting worse. Apart from that, any change? Anything good? Anything new? Anything fresh? Any restarting? You know, no, we're exactly where we were years ago. And we're, in fact, if anything, we're just going deeper and deeper into our graves. Okay. So, yeah. I mean, okay, and generally, even, okay, I'm not the kind of person who goes around, I'm not an animated person. I'm not a person, and that is why also I do find it a bit, shocking when people are very animated in their expressions and all. The first thing that comes to my mind is, are they faking it? Because to me, it's, I don't know, my expressions are more or less poker faced. Okay, I am poker faced, let's just face it. I don't give away much in the name of expressions, and sometimes I literally have to force myself to show expressions, just so the other person can realize that, yeah, no, I'm actually taking interest in whatever it is that they're saying. But that's just me, I guess. And that is why when people, give full on expressions and are so animated when they say something, or, you know, I don't know. The first thing that comes to my mind is, are they exaggerating? Are they faking it? Because I'm sure nobody really has such animated expressions, right? At least that's what I believe and I think, and I'm sure I'm right to a large extent on that. I mean, one has to be literally, absolutely helpless in controlling oneself to be able to have so much animation on their faces for every single expression, to be honest. I mean, one has to have completely no control over one's brain or one's, body, or, you know, yeah. I mean, generally, even in in terms of manners, I think anybody who, you know, talks with an unfiltered mouth, or who has unfiltered expressions in their faces, I think is generally also not considered well mannered in any case. And there's a reason for that. You can see that because really it's odd. Okay, it's weird. You see those people who are like, pointing at other people, laughing and giggling and talking, and you're like, you're just rude. Not to mention, you seem to have an IQ problem. You seem to have a mental problem up there. You need to see a doctor. I mean, that's the first thing that comes to mind, is that this person has mental issues, right? Because how can you not know how to behave in public, or how can you not know how to control your expressions in public? So there is that. I mean, we usually assign such things to, uncouth, illiterate people and all. But to be honest, even illiterate people have more sense. And these are supposed to be literate people who claim to be of high society. Well, they were never of high society initially, because if they really were, they would know what they're doing. It just shows that they've just suddenly maybe upped themselves into society, you know, but they haven't learned the mannerisms yet. I don't know. So, I mean, I'm just saying, I know I'm being scathing, but then that's how it is. Let's be honest, let's be real, okay? To me, anybody who is over animated in their expressions are either deliberately rude, or they literally have no control or manners, at all. And they're worse than illiterate people, because, as I said, illiterate people also seem to have enough sense nowadays to know that. So, yeah, it's weird. It's weird. When you have so called self claimed educated people act in that manner. So, but yeah, I mean, that I'm going way on that side. Generally, let's just talk generally. Generally, yes. Generally, even when people suddenly, are very, very open in their compliments for others and all, I feel a bit awkward, and I feel unsettled. I feel the first thing again that comes to my mind is they're lying, right? I mean, they're just exaggerating, or, they don't really mean what they're saying, right? And the second is, are they mocking that person who they're complimenting? Are they actually pulling their leg? I don't know. It just doesn't, it feels a bit weird, okay? It feels as if somebody's overacting. So, yeah, and another thing also that I cannot just, be animated is when somebody shows me, for example, their house that they've built, and they're so happy with it and they're excited about it and all. I actually literally can share and understand their excitement and happiness, and I'm very, very happy for them. But to me, I'm encroaching upon their privacy. I know that they're being very nice, very generous, and, and they want me to share in that when when they're giving me a house tour, for example, be their close friends or be their family. But I am uncomfortable because I feel that no, I'm encroaching on their personal space, I'm encroaching on their privacy. You know, that's number one. And number two is that, again, as I said, I'm okay, I'm poker faced. I can't exaggerate and, smile and compliment too much and all, because I'm drinking in everything. I'm the kind of person, I quietly observe, and I'm just drinking in all the information, and I'm literally listening to them. I'm actually paying attention to what they're saying. And when I'm paying attention to what somebody's saying, obviously I'm not going to, hum and haw in between, and I'm not going to answer too much in between. I'm trying to listen to them. I want them to be able to just say whatever it is that they want to say about whatever it is that they're, talking about. So I'd much rather just pay attention and listen. So that's another thing, you know. So in my case, I made it to them. I may look as if I'm not interested, or I'm not saying anything, or I'm not gushing forth and showering compliments and all. But no, I literally am quietly appreciating everything, and I'm silently just being happy for them, and I really don't usually know what to say, to be honest. I mean, I know what to say, but I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? It's just awkward. It's awkward, saying, oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, I appreciate, because to me, again, to me, these are things that do not matter as such. Maybe that's why also, for example, um, what I appreciate the most is that somebody has taken care of their house. They have maintained it well. I always appreciate that, and I love that. Um, and the second thing that I appreciate is that they're happy and relaxed, and they can call their home home. So I'm happy for that, because to me these two are extremely important. Maintaining your house well and actually finding happiness and peace and contentment within your house, you know? So, yeah. But I mean, again, I'm not going to just exaggerate expressions and, no, it's a silent appreciation. But yeah, I mean, I do voice it when we talk about it, for example, and sometimes I would say, yeah, I mean, this is lovely, and I'm glad you're happy about it, and I'm glad that you feel relaxed, and I'm glad that you're happy about everything that you have around you in your house. So that, I mean, that is it, because it's not something that I would go and exaggerate and do ooh and ah and yeah, that's just not me. So those who know me know that. But as you know, people who claim to know you also don't really know you. Yeah. I mean, your own family doesn't know you most of the time. So, and they're supposed to be the ones who are tripping all over your toes 24/7. Yeah. So, yeah. But I mean, and the things that yet do bother me enough to be naturally animated is when people cross their lines in humiliating other people, degrading other people, demeaning other people, and disturbing their self-esteem. And as I said, this is a crisis, an ongoing crisis that we are seeing globally. But especially if we take even our own country, and the way people keep on saying, "Oh, this is not our culture. This is not what," that is what else gets to me. I'm like, how hypocritical, or how stupid, or how blind, or how asleep have you been for almost a century not to know that this is exactly you, this is exactly your culture, this is exactly your society. As I said, it begins from home. Parents are always dissing and snubbing their kids. They've never allowed their kids to stand up for what's right. They're always putting them down. They're always telling them, oh, no, no, don't get into this problem. They want others to help them when they're in problem, but they don't want to be a part of other people's problem, you know. And then everybody's always trying to watch out for themselves, and everybody's always thinking only about themselves and their immediate benefits, temporary benefits. Superficial things matter so much more than actual morals, that is what gets to me. So yeah, if today you've got a rotten illegal government with a rotten establishment, and they're sadists and they're perverts and they're fascists, it's it's because, I'm sorry, but that is the consequence of our society. you know this is what our society has built up to be. It's just like how America is, at the end of the day, America is the dawn of the global mafia, as we always call it, because that is how America came up to be. That is how America was bred by the British to be. And America, is basically supposed to be the right hand, you know, the right hand man of the ultimate masterminds. So, thuggery, as we said, America has always shown thuggery, right? So that is what America is going to continue to show. It doesn't matter who comes, Biden or Trump. Remember, that's what I said. And look, Trump is outrageously saying, oh, I want to conquer Greenland. Oh, I want to conquer Canada. Oh, I want to conquer Germany. Oh, I want to conquer this country. So, I mean, he's basically, again, openly voicing what the actual plans that have been laid, it's like repossession of former colonies and acquiring of new forms of resources to be made into colonies. He's just voicing it all out loud, basically. Okay, so he's basically saying enough of the pretense. We all know what's what, and let's just, be more open in our thuggery, and let's just announce what the whole thuggery is about anyway. Let's just make it clear to the world. That's it. And here we've got these sadist pigs in Pakistan who are also thugs, because at the end of the day, they are mercenaries that are hired by that thug, by the main thug, Captain America. So there you are. So this whole global regression that we're going into, I do not see how closing our eyes to it just for 1 or 2 days so that we can welcome the new year is supposed to help. And considering also how I've had the worst December ever for the third year in a row, and then having another new year that is filled with more depression, more misery, more problems, more tension, more stress, again, always given by others, and then, I mean, living in a country where there is no proper solution to the heat or the cold, where the weather is getting harsher and harsher every year, and the government and the establishment are making it more and more difficult for us to even try to bear it, taking away basic facilities from us, and then Americans screaming about their tax going to other countries. Other countries' taxes are going to America, thank you very much, via the IMF, by the way, in case you didn't know that. The amount of money that has been sucked out of Pakistan, out of our taxes, out of our blood, the amount of money that we have earned, and the amount of money that has been sucked out of us in the name of bills, in the name of taxes, in the name of miscellaneous, in the name of bhatta, in the name of this, in the name of that, and if and nothing else, then just defrauding us, scamming us, and taking our money through our accounts, or if nothing else, then just going and confiscating people's properties in the name of political war, and and all that rampage, and all that money, where is it going? It's going into American pockets, and it's going into their minions, their mercenaries that they've sat upon our heads, into their pockets. You've literally leached everything off of us. That in winters now we can't even get fucking hot water. And in the summers, we're darned if we actually can get our ACs to work 24/7. Who does? Nobody does. Even if you've got solar, they've decided to now steal all that from you too. So, yeah, tell me again what's new about this new year. It's already the 10th of January, and the freaking rat race hasn't ended. Your freaking army has still not been annihilated. Your freaking illegal government has still not been exterminated. We're still in that dick-watering and pissing contest that is going on between one mercenary to the other, and they're all competing with each other, and at the same time they're all banding together. Against whom? Against the people of Pakistan. And what are the people of Pakistan doing? Nothing, as always. Praying that a miracle should happen. Yeah, you know what? There's no such thing as a miracle. I don't know when you people will learn that, but there really is no such thing as miracles. Okay? You have to get off your asses and do the deed yourself. So, well, this is as much as I can talk about now. This is me signing out. Khuda Hafiz.